Hello, hello. Hey there, YouTube. Slasher Chicks and Slasher Dudes. My name's Alicia. This is Slasher Chick TV, where I like to talk about growth mindset, negotiation strategies. So you never have to choose between this or that. You can always say yes to this slash that. And in my growth mindset, I failed today because in my 90 consecutive days of live streaming challenge, I am supposed to go live every day before midnight. Hi, Rudy. Yeah. Oh, you're on day 96? Because I did not make it before midnight in my time. It is 12:30 here, and ac- I can't say accidentally. I laid down to take a nap at around 8 o'clock. It was supposed to be about a half an hour. I just woke up. Apparently, my body needed some rest, I guess. So here I am, late to my stream and technically failing. I technically am not on time for day 71. But because technically today is day 72 already. Uh but I'm going to put myself on P PST on Pacific Standard Time and give myself some grace to say I'm on day 71 in California. And I missed my online accountability buddies live and Coach Sherry's a few hours ago, so I have to check up with that. And my offline accountability buddy isn't feeling well. So it's no surprise that normally he would have woke me up. He would have texted me or something like, hey, you didn't do your thing. And I would scramble and get it together. But that didn't happen because he wasn't feeling well. Excuse me. And now I'm yawning on my own thing. Um, and I can't believe though that I made it this far before I had like one true slip up. Uh, but Rudy, how are you on your upload day 96? And I did, like before I went to sleep, I did look for, all right, what are some things I'm gonna go ahead and that could help difficulties. Technical difficulties, and remembering you just gotta keep trying because I just accidentally pressed play on another video that I had paused on um how long it will take to monetize a channel. And it sorry y'all. And I just don't understand why my video on that is not getting past 7 views. It's a little frustrating. The other part that's a little frustrating right now is although I'm off camera right here, something is on my computer that says I'm on camera and I can't see what tab that is. So that's also kind of frustrating right now. Today's just not my day. Today is the day I'm apparently just sitting on live stream complaining. Um, But I'm not alone in that people do that. I'm not saying it's qualifies as content. I'm just saying it happens. And I should at least make sure I'm in my own live. So let me do that. It's is it? Oh. So let me do that. Okay. So I'm in my own live. There's at least that. But knowing that I would be this late, I didn't really have much. Oh, I was telling you that I had started trying to find things I was going to talk about this evening. So before I laid down for my nap, one of the things I was looking at was, well, just rediscovering my passions, rediscovering things I used to enjoy doing. One of the things I used to really enjoy doing was recreating um, outfits from Fashion Week with affordable pieces that anyone could have. And so I started to look like to see, well, what were some trends that I might recreate for the summer. Um, yeah, this is tough because I actually don't feel that well either. My like the cramps I'm experiencing right now are out of this world. That's part of why I had to take the nap. It makes it like it literally makes it tough to sit here right now and say just words coming out of my mouth because it feels like I'm being punched in the gut as I'm trying to sit here and talk. And I'm hot. Um, what are some other factors here right now that are impacting my feelings? There's more. I just have to. Oh, excuse me. I just have to figure out how to. Okay, I had to enter on another device. Okay, I had to enter on another to get back onto my stream because my computer is going wild. I even asked myself earlier today, is Mercury retrograde again? Because nothing, excuse me, nothing's working for me today. Today I just have to admit defeat and failure. Um, and yeah, I'm just gonna have to accept my fate. I think the thing that will make me recover the fastest at this point is just accepting that I have stumbled. And today was not even a C performance day; it was like a D performance day. Um, I still have to take my trash out because that has to be out by the morning. So there's just, yes, so many things going wrong right now as far as my tech tools. And I'm just trying to push through because I'm not going to lie, I want to quit. Um, I want to quit this live stream and not even finish it. And in this moment, because it's tough, I even want to quit this challenge. I want to just give up, like the Lord. Now, usually around this time when I'm ready to give up, Delightful Dawn pops into my live stream. I don't know if I was going to call her up or not. But you know what? While I'm here, I don't know what's going to happen if I don't. I think this might be allowed via copyright, but I have to finish the 12-week year anyway. I'm still on this chapter 17, so let me just see what it has to say. Can't hear it, huh? What was most important to her? It has been almost 2 years since I first read The 12-Week Year. I devoured it and applied the principles not only in my home business, but on a personal and professional level as well. My 12-week goals were to be on pace each 12 weeks for the yearly award given to the top performers. All right, so yeah, the last 15 minutes or so, I'm gonna catch up on the rest of the 12-week year, try to finally get past chapter 17, accept my failure, and see if I can get my computer to restart. That's what I will be using my time for. Feel free to co work with me. And to begin to homeschool my child. In order to do this, I knew I needed a good plan. I'm an outreach counselor. In that role, I educate clients about their medical benefits. I assist them in choosing a medical plan and doctor for themselves and or their children, as well as a dental plan and dentist for their children. 50 phone calls and conduct 100 home visits. I also have to do presentations at local agencies, attend health fairs and community meetings, and do a minimum of 15 community contacts each month, 8 of which have to be done face to face. I have an area of 6 zip codes to cover in 2 counties. I worried how I would get all of this done. What could I do daily that would get me where I wanted to be by being steady and consistent? My profession is demanding and rewarding at the same time. I'm also a wife, mother, and grandmother. Becoming intentional about my plan in order to achieve everything I wanted to do would be critical. Okay, the subject in this particular portion is a great example because she is a whole slasher chick. She's a wife slash mother slash grandmother slash successful employee, and I forgot what title he said that they have to do, but it's the concept of we have multiple roles and we're trying to fit them all in. Lists by order of importance. I did it again, I'm sorry. I then move on to the time blocks that I schedule each day to perform my key activities. For the next 4 hours, 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. each day, I either make phone calls or home visits.
These time blocks help me to stay on top of my very demanding workload. My time blocking works so well that by Tuesday, when I'm supposed to start calling my daily lists, I've already completed them.
All right, this explains why I'm not being successful. I am not doing the time blocking. I haven't done the strategy meeting. I'm not actually doing the thing, I guess. If I were to say technically about my 12, well, I could do my strategy meeting tomorrow. Um, but technically, in terms of the 12-week year, if I'm supposed to be on week 2, I really am starting for again on week 1 in terms of successfully doing all of the things I should be doing.
The weekly call lists are usually completed 1 or 2 weeks early each month. Next come my breakout blocks. After lunch each day, I start homeschooling, which takes me exactly 3 hours to do. Teaching gives me a break from work. I like teaching, and my son enjoys learning. The different subjects we cover, Bible, language arts, science, math, history, and geography, provide a great way to tune into several different options within my breakout block. So things are not mundane and boring. When homeschooling is done, I finish my day with another buffer block, wrapping up with a few calls, data entry of what has been done for the day, and checking my email one last time before the day ends to make sure nothing major is pending for the next day. Using the disciplines of time blocking in the 12-week year, I have been able to work ahead, sometimes even 2 weeks ahead. When I've gone on vacation, I've been able to enjoy it because I know I won't have things pending or undone when I get back. I have taken ownership of my plan. I have chosen to excel. My choices have gained me the respect of my manager. And
I think I realized part of the thing then that would be holding me up and would make me be unsuccessful right now. I've been trying to use the 12-week year for my personal life, but not trying to mirror it in my work life.
how fast can I monetize my speed?
And I need to be doing that.
I'm giving myself 90 days from today.
All right. The video I was trying to watch earlier is now finally loading now that I have restarted. I don't want it to load, but I've got 9 million tabs over, so I don't know what tab it's on right now. But that's to just give you some context for the sounds that you might hear.
June 2024 to see how
I'd stop it, but
letting you in on my strategy. I don't know what I've let myself in for, but let's quickly look at the requirements for becoming a
this is
full YouTube partner and
accidentally become a reaction video. This is probably the most chaotic live I've ever
and either 4,000 public watch hours gained from your
been
long
responsible for.
in the past 12 months or 10 million public shorts views.
But this channel that I was listening to is called the 5 Time Dropout. If you want to check out her video on how fast can I monetize my small YouTube channel, 90-day challenge, day 1. And I am, in the same boat because the 12-week year is equivalent to about 90 days. Um, excuse me. 90 days is 3 months. 3 months is 4 weeks times 3, 12. See what I'm saying? Anyhow, let's go. Ooh, she's got a video on how I killed my YouTube channel. That sounds interesting. Anyway, let's go back to the 12-week year, though, and finish this. I tell you, if you could see me right now, thank God you can't, okay? Because I look an absolute mess. Now that everything's loading, some of my previous research is pulling up on excuse me, some of the looks I was gonna recreate and stuff. I'm like, do I want to talk about what those trends are? I do not, because that will get me distracted. And I'm just going to go back and finish this 12-week year chapter so I can finally get out of chapter 17. So here we go.
Supervisor, as well as my colleagues, family, and friends. All of this being said, I not only accomplished my goal of earning the Outreach Counselor of the Year award in 2011, I also received that award this year, 2012, something that has never been done before. On a personal level, my husband and I are applying this to our finances and are determined to be out of debt, with the exception of our mortgage, by December of next year. We will accomplish in 12 months what would normally take 18 to 36 months. Effective time use can be the difference between mediocre and great performance. The problem is that the world is rife with potential distractions and interruptions that arise nonstop throughout the day. A study conducted by Eric Horvitz of Microsoft Research and Shamsi Iqbal of the University of Illinois found that after being distracted from serious mental tasks by things like emails or instant messages, the typical Microsoft worker took an average of 15 minutes to get back on their original task.
Yeah, it's not even the distraction itself. It's the the recovery and getting back to the task you had at hand and getting back into flow. It's a disruptor. And in one, I found the tab. I found the other tab that also had the camera on that was taking up a lot of memory and causing the problems that I am technically having right now. So yay, progress. Progress over perfection. I might as well call this live the complaining live. Um, Now I wanted to get my hair braided today, and to do that successfully, I really should be prepared to go in the next hour. I mean, not the next hour, in the next like 4 hours. Like, I would need to be prepared to leave here at 5 a.m. To get there. And I'm not against that. I just don't think I have prepared to do it.
Further, a 2005 time use study published by BaseX, a business research firm, concluded that 28% of the average professional's time in a day was spent on interruptions and associated recovery time. That's about 11 distracted hours in a 40-hour week. The choices that you make on how you spend your time ultimately create your results in life. The great people, the giants of history, whether in politics, culture, art, science, religion, or any endeavor you can think of, had no more time in each day than you do. What they did with their time made all the difference. The breakdown lies in your moment-by-moment choices. Most people make choices that increase their short-term benefits and minimize their short-term costs. In 2011, the average American spent 2.8 hours a day watching TV. That's 12% of our lives. And that number does not include the hours spent on the newly available entertainment devices. Now, I can't lie. I don't actually spend a lot of time watching TV. Do I spend a lot of time watching YouTube? Way too much. Such as smart. We often watch TV to escape and to relax. We do it partly because it's easy. We don't have to do anything except change the channel. TV may be beneficial in some ways, but helping us to live a life of significance isn't one of them. Value as your TV and couch time. Some of your choices make it seem like you are staying busy, when in reality you are choosing to avoid your more important and often more difficult activity. This tendency shows up everywhere in our lives and includes things like following up on emails and messages rather than tackling the more difficult but higher payoff activities like making sales calls, exercising, and confronting difficult relationship problems. The things we want to avoid. Spending leisure time and doing comfortable tasks is undoubtedly healthy in moderation. But when we consistently choose comfortable activity, we are dooming ourselves to lives lived far short of our capabilities. Like my nap. Eventually, the excessive time we spend maximizing comfort in the moment leads to inevitable delayed costs and unrealized achievements. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, eventually everyone sits down to a banquet of consequences.
Ooh, I
To
have
become
whole
fit,
fam. I have never heard that Emerson quote before. That is gonna eventually everyone sits down to a banquet of consequences. Hold on, we gonna run that back.
requires discomfort in moderation. But when we consistently choose comfortable activity, we are dooming ourselves to lives lived far short of our capability.
See, one of the books I read this year was The Compound Effect, and I appreciated that they talked about the the benefits of the compound effect, where small and incremental changes, create growth over time. Also, work on the negative end, and that its detriments are also compound. So, like, if I allow myself to take a nap and miss my deadline, I will not finish this 90-day challenge. So yeah, it makes sense.
Eventually, the excessive time we spend maximizing comfort in the moment leads to inevitable delayed costs and unrealized achievements. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, eventually everyone sits down to a banquet of consequences. To become fit requires discomfort. To earn a significant income requires discomfort. To become great at anything.
Now, that's one core belief that I'm trying to get rid of, though. I don't think it necessarily requires discomfort to earn a comfortable income. Like, people who are doing something that they love, are there moments of discomfort? Yes, but a state of discomfort, I don't think so. And there's a difference, and perhaps that's my own thing to resolve, is to know, well, that's not what they're saying, that you're going to be in a state of discomfort. There are going to be moments of discomfort in order to get the results. And that is really how I like to work in intense sprints with followed by breaks.
Requires you to pay the price. To accomplish what you desire will take sacrifice. The number one thing you will need to sacrifice is your comfort. To become great, you must choose to allocate your time to your greatest opportunities. You will have to choose to spend time on the difficult things that create your biggest payoffs. To be great, you will need to live with intention. That will require you to be clear on what matters most, and then to have the courage to say no to things that distract you.
Ooh,
You will need to guard your time intensely, delegating or eliminating everything possible that is not one of your strengths or does not help you advance your goals. Based on the talents that you have developed and honed, we have certain strengths and weaknesses. Your strengths and weaknesses taken together impact your ability to produce the results you seek. Many people spend significant amounts of time and energy attempting to eliminate their weaknesses. In general, striving to reduce the weaknesses that limit your results is worthwhile and noble. Everyone has weaknesses that they need to shore up to be successful. However, a weakness will rarely become a strength. If you are not in a role that plays to or magnifies your strengths, you are probably in the wrong spot.
Yes, that
In
I
reality,
agree.
it is the
Now, I am also a firm believer of it. It just doesn't, like, once you've identified your weaknesses, figure out ways to mitigate for them. Um, like, I just think that serves one better than, like, trying to figure out ways to make them a strength. It's not gonna happen. I I, I can't say, I can't say never. I mean, of course, you could do some evaluation to see what that area is, and perhaps it is a skill that you can build. But if it's like an innate talent that you just don't have, um, like, for example, it's singing, but you in fact are tone deaf. That's probably not a good analogy. I think it might be a little insensitive. I don't know, but that's what I mean. Like, if the talent is something, if what you're trying to build is just a talent that you just don't have, you're not going to be able to make it show up. Um, so there's that.
These are responsible for your greatest successes and joys throughout your life. To be your best, you must intentionally align your time and activities with your strengths and your unique capabilities. When you do, you will also experience a new and ever-increasing level of performance and satisfaction. To achieve this level of performance will require that you carve out time for the strategic, those actions that are important but not necessarily urgent. Strategic activities don't typically have an immediate payback, yet they create substantial returns in the future. To stay focused on your strengths, you will need to manage your interruptions and keep the low payoff activities to a minimum. Performance time.
Okay.
Effective time use is.
Now it's finally on chapter 18. I feel a little bit of a sense of accomplishment that I've been in chapter 17 for like days, which it really shouldn't have taken me that long to finish this chapter. And I feel a little bit better, like, oh, I'm recovering from my failure. But like I said, I failed on many fronts today, and I still need to go take out the trash and see if I can prepare for the possibility of getting my hair braided tomorrow, y'all. So that's that. This is day 71, technically day 72, and I'm gonna come back sometime today and call it day 72 as well, because this is a progress over perfection live stream. And with that said, if no one else told you today or tomorrow, you're more than enough, and I love you.